Okay, let's go on. They have the Kipper cards today in the darkness of light. And let's just see what's happening in Trump's world. What's happening in Trump's world? So the first thing out is unexpected income. Something unexpected is coming in. Now, I don't always see this as financial. But something's being given somewhere. Let's look and see if it'll tell us what it is. What's being given out? Something, the White House. Something incoming when it comes to the White House. Yeah, more dark drama. Something dark is being handed out. At the White House. Let's see. The energy coming in is about the courtship. Okay, looking across, wanting to get somewhere better. This may have to do with the tariffs. Yeah. Something new, concrete. We have his dark side, the monetary, the White House. Now, we know, I think this is the deadline for the tariffs drama, isn't it? He was going to make all these deals, 90 deals, and not one has been made. And in fact, Japan just came out and said, I don't think so. We do so much trade, employ so many people. We're not playing your game. So let's see what's happening today. It's about a privileged lady. A privileged lady. Juggling things. Now I'm wondering if this privileged lady is not just speaking about America. Things being juggled now. When it comes to his emotions, the drama, democracy, etc. Okay? Because that king there is looking very pensive. It's like, what the frick is coming now for America? Okay? And it's all because of his dark drama that he continues to not let go of. The challenge is the thoughts. The thoughts. Okay, what's being painted? What's coming? The thoughts. You know, this is again, you got to seek the light. You got to seek that door opening. And I have to look deeper. Okay, the thoughts. This is the challenge. You know, Trump is really out in the cold with this. Potential outcome. Some concern. Concern is going on. facing loss. The losses, yeah, with what he's trying to get away with. You know, if they don't play, he's screwing himself with the tariffs and the drama. Outside influence, a mature woman. Has a message about an action. And his manipulations. Okay. So somebody seeing right straight through him and his drama is going to put out a message about his manipulations. This could be a number of people engaging in that. Because his dark drama, this new thing with his monetary stuff and his, you know, there is that concern now. Looking deeper, the challenge is to investigate what he's trying to get away with. The White House, you know, wants to have this a better place, but he's juggling this out in the cold and facing loss. He needs to head for the light, which he's not doing, of course. So we have the unexpected incoming thing, the courtship. When it comes to the privileged lady, I would say this is America. Their thoughts and concern. Thoughts and concern around the world, what he's doing to America. And how they're having to court this now. But through this courtship, they're looking at what's being juggled and investigating deeper. They have a lot of thoughts going on when it comes to this new thing that he continues to try to do. And with America, and what's happening with democracy. When it comes to wanting a better place, the White House is trying to juggle this. And incoming things now when it comes to democracy and his dark things that he's got going with America. And courting this monetary thing, you know. The tariffs are going to make everything better. Going to make everything better. We're going to make them pay. No, you're just going to get rid of all the people that were dealing with us. Okay? So he's out in the cold, juggling this, is facing a loss. The thoughts, they've looked at this deeper. A lot of concern for democracy. And again, his facing loss when it comes to America, what he's trying to get away with. So yeah, I would say this has to do with the tariff thing that he's doing. You know, sending out those letters now because they didn't all come running. You know, this fool keeps saying, oh yeah, they're all running here wanting to make these deals. Well, no, they're not. They're not running here to make deals. You got to send out those letters. Oh, we send out those reminders. Okay. I may raise some tariffs to 70%. You know, he's cutting his own throat and the throat of the Americans with his trade crap. Let's see what we have, though. The center of it all is not liking the harvest. What, you're bullying the people and they're not all falling on their knees before you to kiss your ring? Yeah. Yeah. His dark side. They're not liking the dark side, the things he's putting out, the harvest, and they're walking away. Okay? They're walking away. They're not concerned with this nonsense. They're getting other trade partners. Okay? They're going to show him. He's not the big boss he thinks he is. So again, this is what's coming, the pregnant thing, what's taking place when you take the lid off of what he's doing. And this is the, Five of Blades. This is his trying to push his weight around. Abuse of power. Okay, and people are walking away. They're going, let me give you a one-finger salute. Okay, so unfortunately for him, they're taking actions. Their fight is with this action of walking away. He's not happy, okay? He thought he can control all of this mental rhetoric he puts out, being real tough. He's going to show him how tough he is. But then we have what's being offered up is this abusive nature. And again, they're walking away. Yeah, this is the universal, this is the worldview when it comes to what he's doing. Okay? There's an agreement where this is moving to, and they're taking aim. Okay? They have no problem with the fight for this. They're going to go for the higher dynamic when it comes to this, experts. And this is bringing about an end because of their actions that they're taking place with. The harsh truth is coming out. And they've got the evidence in hand. This is the ongoing struggle. Okay, ongoing struggle, and the light is being shed on what's being built and how this can be a tower moment when it comes to the actions that they're doing. When it comes to democracy and their emotions with it, his emotions and the things he tried to get away with. A lot of concern for him, nightmares that are coming up for the White House, okay, because of his actions. They're not going to play with him, okay? He sits there. I just keep getting that image of him going to, what was it, a NATO something, where he pushed the guy aside and the big guy, I'm the big man, move out of my way. Well, they're not moving out of his way anymore. And they're happy to salute him with a one-finger salute. Okay. So here's what we think of your trade deals, your, and they know it's not going to really hurt their companies as much as it's going to hurt the American people, because it's not them that pays, it's American people that pay, okay? He's such an idiot. He doesn't understand the economy. He doesn't understand workers. He doesn't understand any of it. He's a total idiot. Stupid. What was it his teacher said? The stupidest guy I ever taught? The stupidest guy I've ever had in my class. I wish I could find that. But they've taken it down from the internet. They blocked that. But I remember hearing that where his teacher, old teacher, oh, I did economics there, I'm so smart, said he was the stupidest guy he ever had in his class. So on that note, I'll leave that here. But yeah, as far as his sending out those so important letters now, to once again try to bully them, they're not afraid of him, okay? We'll show you what we think of you. We'll salute you, okay? Take a good look. We'll give you that one finger salute. Yeah, and it's not this one. We're not going to give you the thumb. That's not the finger we're talking about. We're not talking about a thumb. We're talking about a finger. Yeah. So on that note, we'll see you online.